Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, the developers nerfed the amazing farming method we had and we talked about in yesterday's video. And then they kind of unnerfed it, but re-nerfed it. But I might have a new method, and it's interesting. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. So what am I talking about? Right now I have an inventory filled with blight mutation plants and fruits. I got 30 seconds here. So let me turn these in and show you what we're talking about. Check out these rewards when you hand in a full inventory of stuff. Just a crazy amount of rewards, and these are actually quite a lot less than normal. If you watched yesterday's video, I was getting 20 to 30 eggs a time, handing in tons of blight mutations, but the developers nerfed it. This right here is the video in question with the dork in the thumbnail called How I Farmed 400 Spooky Eggs in only 10 minutes. And here is an example of some of the turn-ins I got, like 20 eggs, like tons and tons of rewards. And this was done with the Spriggan, the Dark Spriggan, who spread blight throughout the entire garden, whose effect said every 20 or so minutes, within 32 studs, 16% chance to give it the blight mutation. And as you can see, it would spread blight everywhere to all sorts of fruit. But it seems the developers thought that was way too fast of a farming method, and they nerfed it into the ground to the point where people were commenting on the video saying it was already patched. And people in my comment section were saying that apparently because of this video, they removed the blight mutation from the pumpkin turn-ins, to the point where people were wondering if I was like a dog whistle of sorts, getting things fixed as soon as I found them in the video. Now, it'd be fun to think that I'm that popular with the developers, but I'm not. I'm just here trying to make videos for you guys, which is why I've got this video about how we're going to maybe continue to farm the event. Now we're in this situation. The pumpkin's gone for 2 hours. This video is gonna take me a while to finish, but we can no longer trust the Dark Spriggan to spread blight fast enough. I mean, sure, if you stay in the game long enough, the Dark Spriggan will do his job, but I believe he's been nerfed. Let's take a look at our Dark Spriggan now after the nerf, and we'll read his effect. I have a level 100 one, and he's quite big. Ah, here it is. Every 18 minutes spreads its fruit, and the nearest 38 fruit within the stud range get a chance for the mutation. So if the 38 fruit have a 20% chance, that's like so few fruit. 10% of 38 is 3.8, so 20% is gonna be 6 or 7, or like 7 or 8, but regardless, very few fruit are gonna receive the blight mutation now, whereas before, you were getting tons and tons. So you can still do this method with multiple Spriggans, but it's gonna be slower. But there's something I've been overlooking, and you may have been overlooking, but some of you may have not, and you're like, Crow, don't mention it, they're gonna nerf it, but I'm gonna talk about it in this video. Mutations aren't the only thing the pumpkin is looking for. For the jack-o'-lanterns, players can submit Halloween-type plants or plants with Halloween mutations. And I don't know about you, but I have been coming into the seed shop, which literally just disappeared. Thank you, developers, for having a rotating market. What a great feature. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I don't know about you, but I have been buying up seeds like crazy this deep into the event, and we still have days to farm. And there's a couple seeds in particular that grow pretty quick and continue to regrow. So what I'm going to do is on this garden, I'm going to let my Dark Spriggan continue to do his job. But on my other garden, on my huge garden, I'm gonna plant some Halloween plants. First, I'm gonna pick up some of these Halloween plants I've got lying around. The sear vine, the jack-o'-lantern, etc. But those aren't the plants I'm really talking about. There's a particular little mushroom. A mushroom that is always in the shop every time it comes out every hour. And there's always multiples of them. And I'm 99.3% certain that it is multi-harvest and grows quickly. Let me switch to some smaller beds. They don't take up so much room. Then I'm gonna clear away all of these cosmetics, because Halloween cosmetics, I wanna make a Halloween garden. And let's take a look at our Halloween related seeds. The blood red mushroom is the key seed I'm talking about. Quick to grow, multi-harvest. It is this thing right here. I have 64 of them already. Let's get to work. And luckily, I can plant them really close together, which is nice. We also have jack-o'-lantern seeds. Let's get those down. Slap down my 6 ghoul root seeds here, chicken feed seeds, sear vines, poison apples, candy cornflower, wisp flower, zombie fruit, mummy's hand, and those are all the Halloween plants I have found up until now, except for the great pumpkin on my other garden. Now I'm going to use my grow all item I picked up from the Battle Pass shop. This guy right here, let's give him a click. It will grow 108 plants. That's what I want. Now we're talking. Look at all these Halloween plants. Now, a lot of these plants will help with this method, but the key are these blood red mushrooms. I have a feeling they grow very quickly, and we're going to discover that here in this video. So I'm going to start by looting as many of these blood red mushrooms as I can. I want to see how many this is going to give me. It's probably going to give me 1 mushroom per seed I planted, so about 60 of them, and that seems to be the case. The pumpkins were multi-harvest, which was nice, and they also had multiple different fruits on them as well. I'm going to grab these candy cornflowers, which also were multi-harvest. And remember, the rarity I don't think matters too much. I think it's the number. So now that that's happened, I have all these mushrooms here on the ground. Let me smack them with a watering can. I got tons of watering cans because of recent events. I want to see just how quickly we can get these blood red mushrooms and maybe even these jack-o'-lanterns and stuff to come back. And the blood red mushrooms are already perking up and ready to go. The zombie, wait, did the zombie fruits come back that quickly? No, that would be way too crazy. Those zombie fruits, like they were gone and then they pop back up again. Okay, zombie fruits come back really quick. Look at that. Boom, boom, zombie fruit, thanks. I didn't know they came back that quick. Mushrooms are already on their way back. I've barely even used, look at that water, let's go. Give me all these mushrooms. Oh, yes, the mushrooms, guys. These things are key. I only smacked them the first time with a handful of the watering cans. Let me just give them a big ol' drenching of the watering cans. So in all honesty, it doesn't take too long to flood with all of these blood red mushrooms. Flood them with the watering cans and get them to regrow. It seems like there's a bit of a timer, so you can't spam them too quickly. We'll leave this alone for now. Let me get these jack-o'-lanterns. Try and get the jack-o'-lanterns to grow again. The ghoul roots are going to take a while. They're slow growing, but look, they do pop up from time to time. The zombie fruits seem to grow back really quickly. Oh, the ghoul roots are ready. Thank you very much. So using sprinklers, using watering cans will really help you farm up as many of these Halloween plants as you want to continue to do mass turn-ins. Or you can do this more casually. You don't have to spam the watering cans as much. There goes my mushrooms. Look at them go. You don't have to spam them as much. Oh, it's a big pumpkin. Oh, it's a big pumpkin. But it is pretty easy to max out your garden pretty quickly in preparation for the Halloween turn-ins. Now, is this as fast as doing the blight mutation? No. But what you can do is right now, you can do this. And when you're done doing this, unless you fill your inventory with your regular plants, you can switch back to your other garden and then allow the blight mutation to do its job. See, right now, boom, backpack is full. Let me just slap down some more water. I want to make sure everything is nice and regrown. Look at the size of that pumpkin. Make sure everything is nice and regrown in preparation for I can do my turn-ins, come back, harvest these again, do more turn-ins. And now that I'm done here, now that I have all of these things, I can switch back to my other garden. Let me switch back. That took 9 minutes, just 9 minutes of time to plant everything, regrow with the item. Just took minutes. Switch back to this garden, drop your Spriggans, and have them casually spread their mutations. And you can just be here and chill for the next couple of hours. Spread blight throughout your garden on this side, and on the other side have all of your plants, all of your Halloween plants for turn-ins. I think we can still farm this event. I think we can still get tons and tons of eggs. Is it as easy as having a single Dark Spriggan do all the work? No. But if you had a few Dark Spriggans, they would do a pretty good job. And if you have a lot of those plants, they do a really good job. Keep buying those blood mushrooms, guys. Those blood mushrooms every hour, they make a big difference in farming this event. Hopefully this video was useful to you. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300K OGs on the channel, guys. And as always, thank you very much for watching.